Matthew chapter 8 offers a captivating glimpse into Jesus' ministry. This chapter showcases Jesus' authority over disease, nature, and spiritual forces. Through these acts, we witness God's love and power in action. It's a timeless testament to the transformative power of faith. We'll unpack 3 key miracles: the healing of a leper, the calming of the storm, and the healing of the centurion's servant. Each miracle reveals something profound about Jesus' character and mission. This chapter is a beacon of hope, reminding us of God's power in our darkest moments. The first miracle we encounter in Matthew chapter 8 is the cleansing of a man with leprosy. Leprosy, a dreaded and isolating disease in biblical times, becomes a powerful illustration of sin's impact. The leper, considered unclean and outcast, approaches Jesus with humility and faith. "Lord, if you are willing, you can make me clean," he cries out. Jesus, filled with compassion, doesn't shy away. He reaches out his hand and touches the man, declaring, "I am willing, be clean." Instantly, the leper is healed. This miracle, found on BibleVerses1000.com along with others from Matthew chapter 8, is a beautiful testament to Jesus' authority over disease and his boundless compassion. What's even more striking is how Jesus touches the man. This simple act speaks volumes about his willingness to embrace the outcast and offer them hope and healing. Next, we find Jesus and his disciples caught in a fierce storm on the Sea of Galilee. The disciples, experienced fishermen, are terrified as waves crash over their boat, threatening to swallow them whole. Fear grips their hearts as they cry out, "Lord, save us! We're going to drown!" Jesus, calmly sleeping amidst the chaos, wakes up and rebukes the wind and the waves. "Quiet! Be still," he commands. And just like that, the storm ceases, leaving behind a peaceful calm. The disciples, awestruck, ask, "What kind of man is this? Even the winds and the waves obey him." This miracle, a vivid picture of Jesus' power over nature, holds a profound message for us today. Just as he calmed the storm, Jesus can calm the storms in our lives, our fears, anxieties, and uncertainties. It's a call to trust in his power, even when we feel like we're drowning in the midst of life's challenges. Section 4. Reaching out, the healing of the centurion's servant. The third miracle in Matthew chapter 8 takes us to the Roman centurion who seeks Jesus' healing touch for his beloved servant. What's remarkable is the centurion's incredible faith. He acknowledges Jesus' authority, saying, "You don't have to come to my house. Just say the word, and my servant will be healed." Matthew 8, verse 8. Impressed by his faith, Jesus declares, "I haven't seen faith like this in all Israel." Matthew 8, verse 10. Without even going to the centurion's house, Jesus heals the servant. This story underscores the power of faith. It reminds us that God responds to genuine faith regardless of our background. Section 5. More than miracles. Unveiling deeper truths. These miracles in Matthew chapter 8 aren't just about spectacle. They reveal deeper truths about Jesus and his mission. They demonstrate his authority over disease, nature, and spiritual forces. They highlight his compassion, his willingness to reach out to the outcast and the marginalized. But most importantly, they point to his identity as the Son of God, the promised Messiah who came to bring healing and hope to a broken world. Matthew intentionally places these miracles early in his gospel to establish Jesus' credentials as the Messiah. They serve as undeniable signs of God's presence and power at work in and through Jesus. These miracles, recorded in Matthew chapter 8 and available on platforms like BibleVerses1000.com, invite us to see beyond the extraordinary events and grasp the deeper message they convey. Section 6. Finding hope and inspiration in Matthew chapter 8. Matthew chapter 8 concludes with Jesus calling his disciples to follow him, to leave everything behind and embrace a life of discipleship. This call extends to us today. Just as Jesus healed the sick, calmed the storms, and reached out to the marginalized, we are called to be his hands and feet in the world. We are called to be agents of healing, bringing hope to the hopeless. We are called to be peacemakers, calming the storms in our own lives and in the lives of those around us. We are called to reach out to the outcast, to extend grace and compassion to those who are hurting and lost. May Matthew chapter 8 inspire us to live lives of faith, to trust in Jesus' power, and to reflect his love and compassion to everyone we meet. Let's go out and be the light in a dark world, sharing the hope and healing that only Jesus can bring.